Recording in progress.
Hello there and welcome to Poetry Anthology. So you need to have a thorough understanding of your anthology poems and the different themes that they present. So various schools will have various different poetry anthologies and you'll have your own particular copy of them. So what you need to do here is reread the poems. You will have studied a selection of modern and heritage poems based around a broad theme, like for example, love and relationships, power and conflict, youth and age, or time and place. The first thing you need to do is reread your poems on a regular basis so they are familiar to you and you can grasp and understand exactly what's going on in these particular poems. If you don't read these poems and you don't actually read them at all, you're not going to understand them and it'll be too late. So you need a good grasp of these poems. So groups of poems. So within the broad theme of the poems you have studied, there will be several smaller themes. And you need to understand what these sub-themes are for. For example, the first particular theme that we have in poetry in GCSE English is love and relationships. So love and relationships could encompass family relationships. They could mean sexual desire. They could be unrequited love. They could be happy, unhappy relationships. And they could even be to do with romantic love or even family relationships, as mentioned before. Youth age is another particular group within a poem. This could be being old, could be about growing up, could be about parent-child relationships, could be birth, it could be about death, it could be being young, and so on and so on. So you get the kind of gist of what I mean in terms of the themes in these particular poems as well. So we've got some more here. We've got power and conflict, which is a very popular theme within poetry. And that could be individuals in a war, the effects of war, feeling linked to a conflict. It could be the causes of a conflict. And it could be personal disagreements. Time and place is another very popular theme. This could be beautiful places, happy places, being homesick, feeling associated. It could be feeling associated with time, it could be contrasting places, and also how places link to particular identities. So you need to secure your understanding of which poems link to each sub-theme. Remember that a poem could contain more than one particular theme, and we've seen 4 examples of themes just now. So for example, time and place could be related to place and identity, and that could in turn be related to nothing's changed, could be hurricane hits England, for example, or it could even be an example from presents from my aunt in Pakistan. So time and place is the main theme. Place and identity could be sub-themes. So you could be talking about presents from my aunt in Pakistan. It could be hurricane hits England, for example. It could be nothing's changed at all. So it all depends on the main broad theme and the sub-themes that come out of these particular categories. Why do we actually look at these particular groupings? Why do we look at themes within poetry and anthology? Because if you actually break down these main themes and sub-themes, it just becomes very easier to target them in terms of answering questions in the exams. So have a read of this particular diagram again, and you've got some questions to answer as practice, and we'll review these in our next lesson. Good luck with these.